Probably should turn on my microphone. I think I'm live, but I don't think I'm live on the one I just set up. So let's just so what is it, 2? Possibly. Okay. All right, never mind. I just look like he just jumped onto some hairspray. Jeez, I don't know where that came from. I'm looking for hairspray, not for my hair, because I'm looking for a hairspray for printer beds. All right, so we're here to look at this Vive CON. I know a lot of you have already seen this because of the fact that it was like what was it, last week when this was told to everybody. So we're just going to go back over it and recap it and try to find what's going on, really. Ooh, these cans are so good. That bass was nuts. Do really like the Kingston HyperX.
Hello and a warm welcome to today's event. We have some exciting news to share. At HTC, our mission is to merge technology with our humanity to unleash the imagination and enter the sphere of Vive reality. An amazing world combining advanced technologies like virtual and augmented reality, artificial intelligence, 5G, and
I'm not going to lie, they're going out on presentation really well here. It looks brilliant. Oh, I was going to put a pop filter over this. I forgot. Sorry, my bad. If I'm popping,
blockchain
you can write in chat. I mean, it's live.
Together and solve the problems faced by people, business, and society. Our HTC Vive virtual reality system is an essential element of our Vive reality journey. Every day, Vive is reaching into more industries and revolutionizing them. We have established ourselves as a strategic VR partner in the enterprise space, with a client roster featuring many of the world's household names.
See, like, I can't imagine Adidas needing a Vive headset, or a Bugatti. Well, Bugatti makes sense.
As well as smaller specialist firms. Today, we are delighted to unveil our best ever all-in-one headset for business. Designed from ground up to solve problems of collaboration in an era of social distancing, to deliver effective training and reduce design cycles, along with a tailor-made suite of business services to facilitate rapid integration into business processes. We are also a leading brand in the prosumer VR space, providing the precision performance needed by professionals like architects and designers, as well as our good friends, the high-end gamers, who have supported us since we launched the first Vive 6 years ago. Today, we are also announcing our next level Vive system for these discerning customers. Prepare for a treat. The onset of the pandemic was a catalyst for the digital revolution, with an exponential acceleration of commerce and services like healthcare, education, and entertainment moving online. The impact on humanity has been enormous. Millions of us certainly found ourselves forced to stay at home, deprived of seeing our loved ones, and turning the online world to our essential social interaction for both work and pleasure. Our world seems to turn upside down overnight, causing massive disruption to our way of life. Yet such disruption creates opportunities to change the way things were done before, and create a new, much better normal, more effective, more cost-efficient, and more sustainable for our planet. In this new normal, Vive is playing a greater role in bringing people
In this
together
new normal.
while reducing our carbon footprint.
Oop. I watched a video the other day of how many times politicians have said a new normal, and it's been a lot throughout time. A new normal is a favourite word for politicians to say. Oh, it's a new normal. Okay, don't be scared. It's just a new normal.
Proved they could be productive working at home, saving a commuting time and fuel, and Vive rose to prominence as an effective remote collaboration tool. Our virtual meeting software Vive Sync registers thousands of sessions a month, and one of the companies using it is ourselves. Since March last year, even our board of directors meetings have been conducted in VR. We are a global company with offices on several continents, and we haven't seen each other for over a year. In Vive, we can all sit across the table from each other again, drink a toast together, and even give each other a hug.
I flipped my screen.
Other
we can give each other a hug in
Vive
VR?
XR Suite have helped people to host
So
or
get
join
arrested.
events,
I'm kidding.
visit virtual museums,
Just thinking how bad that could be.
and socializing across countries and continents in Vive, all from the comfort of their home. People wanted more immersive online experiences, and we gave it to them.
Did you?
Business set up and took note. In Europe alone, our sales inquiries increased by over 500%. Vive is definitely taking hold as a productivity tool. Even your car has VR integrated into it. If you drive a recent model from one of the major car manufacturers, like BMW, it will most likely have been designed in part using Vive. Vive enables easy remote design collaborations with precision accuracy. With designers
that's actually quite cool. I don't know why my spacebar's not working on this thing. Okay. I think that's pretty damn cool. I have a Hyundai, or a Hyundai, if some people want to call it that, and it is an electric EV, and it does kind of have all that kind of, self-driving capability type stuff. So it might have something in there. That's cool to know. That's cool to know that they're making money. When they said like Vive is like times 500% sales and stuff like that, I'm a bit dubious about that, because the Cosmos was, even though it's a beautiful looking headset and it has a lot of positives about it, we all know the tracking was crap. It was just absolute rubbish. But we all know the Elite kind of made up for it. So, and the first Vive was the big hit with a lot of people, and the Vive Pro was a big hit, other than it cost a lot of money. So,
model of your car in real time, creating a whole new design in a fraction of a time, and with far fewer prototypes.
Some of these concept cars are showing us sexy.
For instance, Bugatti, the legendary car company, saw a 40% reduction in design time to as little as 6 months. When they started designing with Vive, their head of design, Mr. Anscheit, said, "With VR, we can do everything on the spot. We can sit nice."
That's amazing, but I actually don't like the front of the Bugatti. I don't like that nose part of the Bugatti. The rest of the Bugatti looks gorgeous.
To each other and talk about the car. We can change the wheels, change the color, and sometimes make modifications on the spot. Thanks to Vive, Bugatti unveiled 3 multi-million-dollar cars in less than a year, an incredible feat for a small company. And this is just the beginning. The greatest impact of immersive VR is its ability to generate emotional reactions in us. When we feel an emotion, we create a memory, and that makes Vive,
and then like 2 minutes later, I completely forget that memory.
a great medium for learning for both young and old. From instilling health and safety into routine factory operations to training
the green screen failure a little bit in the corners and stuff is because there's not enough lighting in here. I've got good lighting on my face, ish, but I don't have good lighting on the green screen.
emergency services like fire
And plus the green screen is just hanging on the back of my chair.
Vive is enabling people around the world to update their skills in the most realistic scenarios without the need for expensive physical setups. Today, training is the largest commercial use of VR globally, reducing learning.
I can imagine that growing as well as headsets grow when they become more easier to use and more, affordable as well. And, you can mass market it. You don't spend like the first Vive Pro or some of the other ones like the X-Toll costs. I can imagine a lot of people like buying like 10 of them at a time or 100 at a time or something just to train pilots or, train astronauts or, have military drills of some sort, where scenarios could happen if you're in the regiment or something in the RAF, then you have to guard a boundary or something like that. They can throw scenarios at you, rock apes, they were called, weren't they? There's tons of applications, and if HTC have got their head screwed on that, then they could make a packet.
Times, saving thousands of.
And I'm gutted because I've got like an empty Pepsi here with just a little bit of Pepsi Max with a little bit of Pepsi, and I forgot to get my beer. It's for Friday, isn't it?
Dollars and proving many times more effective than classrooms or online training. Imagine for a moment you are high up on an electricity tower.
I don't want to imagine that. I'm scared of heights.
Fixing high voltage cables, getting the sequence right, and knowing what dangers to look out for is a matter of life and death. With Vive, you really feel you are up there on that tower, risking electrocution with every move. The pressure is.
Being an electrician and being electrocuted a few times, I don't think anyone wants to imagine it.
Really real.
I mean, I've had equipment literally save my life.
And that tension burns the lesson in.
Due to shoddy flipping steps or something like that would move in the last minute, or we're not saying it's demons, guys, but it could have been demons that pushed my ladders in the last minute.
To our mind, making sure we don't lose the edge.
And if you work on domestic and you get electrocuted, you turn off someone's electrics because you're doing a live feed or you're not doing a live, because there's RCDs now in there, and neutral only has to turn the earth to turn the whole system off. And you could hit that, and the people that live in the house are more concerned that they're missing a TV show or something. And you're thinking, yeah, lovely.
When it comes to the real world, working with partners like Immersive Factory, Vive is helping people in high-risk situations make critical decisions every day. In healthcare, Vive is helping neurosurgeons learn to remove complex tumors that were previously considered untreatable, teaching midwives to deliver babies safely.
Midwives.
And even training volunteers to give COVID vaccinations jabs. It is changing medicine.
Giving COVID vaccination jabs is not the hardest thing in the world. I don't think you'd need VR to tell somebody how to do that. I think nurses will be taught that. It won't be a vaccination jab. It'd be just jabs in general, wouldn't it?
Medical education forever. With Vive, training saves time, saves money, and most important, save lives. By immersing us so completely in a virtual world, Vive has a remarkable ability to convince our brains into believing we are outside of ourselves, which is proving highly effective in therapy. Our partner, Penumbra, is using Vive to treat stroke victims to great effect. When Deb woke up one morning to find she couldn't move her right arm, she was terrified. Her husband was afraid as he saw his beloved wife of 40 years scared and unable to move. He rushed her to hospital, where they found she'd had a stroke. He said, "My world froze." The slow progress of rehabilitation can be discouraging, but not for that. She was one of the lucky ones to receive Penumbra's real therapy in Vive, which she called wonderful.
And she got focus too.
Each week, she was motivated to try harder to reach more virtual birds and place them into their nets. Without realizing it, she was naturally increasing her range of motion in that magical world. It didn't feel like therapy, she said. It was fun, and it was easy to forget that she'd even had a stroke.
One of my favorite activities is the bird exercise. You're having a bird get into your hand, and then you're taking them to the appropriate nest. I think that it's going to change the way patients.
I'd like to point out, I haven't actually seen this. I saw cuts of it, like on MRTV or other places about it, but I haven't watched it all the way through myself. So what you're seeing here is my first actual reactions to this, and I've got to say they are tugging our heartstrings a little bit, aren't they? They're really selling it. Good kudos. I'm going to be honest with you, because that's how that's how to do it.
See therapy, because all of a sudden you're doing things you've never done before,
Even if we don't like it,
and it's so positive to your mind and your soul. It has given me a whole new level of courage.
Similar techniques are being used to
That's so photoshopped.
stir memories in people with dementia, treat people with chronic pain without drugs, overcome past trauma in patients with.
Okay, so they just took a bunch of pictures here and just photoshopped their, which I'm thinking is the new Focus, the Focus 3.
PTSD, and help those with physical disabilities moving freely in a virtual world. Patients believe they are mentally and physically whole again. It is incredibly moving to see how Vive can transform somebody's mindset from despair to optimism. By combining the most advanced technology with our aspirations, Vive Reality unleashes our imagination to create solutions for society's challenges. I truly hope we seize these unique opportunities.
Notice how they said Vive, not VR, virtual reality or anything like that. They specifically said Vive. Other virtual reality, no. No, it has to be the Vive that does this.
To create
Good marketing.
the new normal we need. One that narrows
Bad marketing when you Photoshop friggin' your new Focus 3 on people's heads, though.
the distance between us, that embraces humankind and fulfill our dreams.
Again, all the right pictures, people running and having fun, babies, and flipping two hands, clutching each other. At the moment, we want to see that with Israeli and Palestinians, with what's going on over there at the moment. All making peace and happiness and not war and destruction. That would be fantastic.
Vive.
We just send Vive. We should just send HTC there to make peace.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cher. I'm Dan O'Brien, General Manager of HTC Americas. Since HTC
I thought that was General Motors when I read it.
started as a company, our philosophy has been about closely working with users and listening to customers about how to constantly improve their experience. Since 2016, HTC Vive has been leading the adoption and use of VR products in businesses and enterprises.
That's right. It wasn't Focus 2. It was Focus Plus, right? Oh, look at all those headsets, guys. We got the Vive VR. Then we got the Tracker Puck, and we got the Focus. And everyone completely forgot about the Focus when they were talking about a standalone headset. Then we got the Vive Pro system, which was just way priced out of most people's price range. And then we've got the wireless adapter, which still today, is something, a lot of PC headsets don't get. We're still waiting for the Index one. I don't think that's coming now. I just don't think that's coming. And then, we've got the new Vive tracker. And then it just keeps going and going and going and going. Obviously, the Elite headset really made up for the Vive Cosmos headset. And do you remember the one thing that's missing off this list is they were going to build a 4-camera Cosmos, and they just ditched that straight away. I don't think that was ever available in the end. What did they call that? Was it? I can't remember what they were going to call that now, even. It's almost like a Mandela effect, but I think it was real. Yeah, so basically they had the Vive Cosmos. They were going to make one with less cameras on it for cheaper, and they made the Elite. The Elite's actually pretty decent, especially when you change out the lenses, I find, because I've still got mine somewhere. And then obviously the new stuff, the Vive Tracker 3.0 and the Vive Facial Tracker, which they call facial tracker, but really, let's face it, it's just going to track your lips and your lower part, because you're going to have a VR headset here, so I don't know how it's going to do that. And then obviously the new
today,
stuff.
I'm going to tell you about how we're taking things to the next level. We're directly tackling the challenges faced from software, hardware, and scalable tools to deploy compliant, safe, and secure solutions to thousands of users. For starters, companies, businesses, and professionals buy solutions, not products. The hardware was originally designed for consumers, not professionals, and has been adapted to work environments. And the software and user experience was designed for consumers and gamers, not a professional audience. It's been a challenge for IT management to handle compliance and security, another barrier for anyone wanting to deploy VR in a business environment. While enterprise...
The interesting thing is I know this is aimed at enterprise, these two headsets, and they always say that when it just costs them too much to make, probably, and they can't have it cheap enough for consumer. So they will just call it enterprise. But the Vive Pro, a lot of consumers had them, regardless of their being enterprise.
As content was becoming available, it wasn't always discoverable or deployable at scale. The set of solutions HTC Vive is going to introduce today are made from the ground up for businesses, enterprises, and professionals. Compliant and ready-to-use platform tools for hosting, discovering, and distributing professional use content, to an ecosystem of independent software vendor partners, and a user experience built around the needs of businesses and professionals. We're seeing adoption of immersive solutions across broad verticals, growing at an accelerated rate. We work with a wide range of organizations from sectors including automotive, aerospace, public safety, healthcare, and education. Shortly, we'll go into more detail on our work with software, but now...
Let's be honest here. If it's education at Harvard or Cambridge University or Oxford University if you're in the UK, then yeah, maybe. But I think that most schools and other education outlets probably can't afford these enterprise headsets. They probably would end up with a Quest 2 instead. Let's be honest.
Let's talk about hardware. Our last business...
And does Oculus support that for them? No.
Oriented headset, the Vive Focus Plus, was really well received. Our customers told us how they loved the comfort and optics and how easy it was to...
Okay, one, the optics was shite. Are they talking about the first Vive headset just then? Can I go back? Oh, the Focus Plus, sorry, my bad.
Our customers told us how they loved the comfort and optics.
I've never had one, so I can't comment on that.
Use and share. We saw Vive Focus Plus used for everything from training groups of nurses in Australia to rehabilitation therapists in the United States to classes of students learning about new technology in Russia. They also shared with us the challenges of using VR, and that helped inform and define our next all-in-one headset. So when it came to thinking about what's next, we took in all of these data points, we looked at the diverse businesses using Focus Plus, and we set about becoming the #1 full business solution provider. We honed in on some areas to deliver the best results, the easiest execution, and the fastest and most compliant deployment. Introducing the new era of business VR, the Vive Focus 3.
Yeah, the The music's quite boogie, isn't it? Yay! So high the volume here, though. Yeah, that's more like it. 90 hertz. Ooh. It looks nice, looks comfortable. It looks to me they've done the speakers a lot more better than Oculus done. I think Oculus really needs to do this. They've got dual cans, dual drivers each side. That's interesting. I always wondered if you put one at the front and then put a set at the back as well, could you get better surround? You know. We'll have to test that though, really, to find out if it's any good. But it does look like a better solution than Oculus. I'm not sure. They might have dual drivers as well. We know it doesn't exactly work very great with the Oculus. It's nowhere near as good as the cans on the Index or something. So yeah, the comfort does look good though. I will give them that. Back to training simulations again. It's actually a nice looking headset, if I'm going to be honest with you as well. I think it looks pretty. It's gone black. The controllers are a complete Oculus rip. Quest 1 rip, should I say, and Rift S rip. It's
whatever the industry and whatever the business need, Vive Focus 3 takes things to a whole
nice
new
looking
level.
Controllers as well.
Let's dive deeper into the features. Immersion is obviously a key element of VR, and the visual experience is so important whether you're creating or demonstrating. Imagine if the incredible work Emissive and the Louvre carried out to capture Da Vinci's masterpiece had been lost in blurs and pixels. Vive Focus 3 is equipped with dual 2.5K displays with a combined resolution of 5K, a 260% increase over our previous generation all-in-one headset. But what are the benefits of higher resolution? Such a rich...
So the competitor there, that's the Quest 2, right? But they're using the same chip. They're using a more beefed up version of that same chip, though, aren't they? So, but I don't see they're definitely having to work with a lot more pixels. It's gonna look really sharp.
Display enables more natural interactions. No more moving closer to make more details visible. And that allows everything to be designed in a more realistic way, no longer having to worry about accounting for loss of fidelity. So now the amazing healthcare professionals doing their training can see the writing on the instruments and tools just by glancing instead of having to physically move closer.
And when they look down at the brain, it's going to look friggin' like it's made in Minecraft.
But it's not just the resolution bump that helps here. We've got a combined total of almost 400% more subpixels across the entire display.
That's because it's LCD.
In addition to the enhanced clarity, we've also improved the display's refresh rate to 90 Hz, which makes the experience really smooth. And it is on par with a lot of PC VR headsets. Vive Focus 3 has a brand new dual element lens design that gives a wide 120-degree field of view.
Now, you see, this is what the Index did, really, wasn't it? This is the reason why the Index had a wider field of view, because they went with the Index design, which is the dual lens. Problem with the dual lens is it also brought a lot of glare. Now, I'm not sure about the Reverb Gen 2 if it had glare, because they use the same sort of lenses. But if it does, then you can probably guarantee that this is probably going to have issues with glare. One thing, though, it will be good at is it will be really, really clean. It will look clean. The Index is a very clean looking lens to look through, and it's beautiful other than that glare. That glare is the only letdown, I say. It's a very good lens. So you can see why they would have gone for it. You can see why the Reverb Gen 2 went with it as well. Because not everyone's going to be bothered by the glare, unlike me and some other people I know.
Which is much more natural while keeping the form factor very compact. In practical terms, this means for healthcare training, at 90 degrees, you can see a patient, while at 120 degrees, you can see a patient as well as diagnostic equipment. Design, ergonomics, and extended VR sessions go hand in hand. The all
I doubt it'll be 120 degrees though, because that's subjective. It's really hard for them to say the best person that's probably worn that headset is, achieved 120 degrees. Most of the people would have had various different sort of degrees depending on their IPD adjustment.
All-in-one headset is perfect
and their head size and etc.
For a range of use cases. Our research shows, on average, people are using VR more often and for longer sessions.
You can see a Type-C on the side there. It seems like it's got a lot of cameras, doesn't it? We're talking a lot of cameras. It might have something like 9 cameras. Am I even counting that right?
So Vive Focus 3 is designed to be durable and lightweight. It has a magnesium alloy frame that's 20% lighter and 500% stronger than traditional plastic.
And it's got a removable battery at the back, right?
Vive Focus 3 was built for comfort, featuring a new strap design to distribute weight, and the intelligently designed custom battery pack that curves at the back of the head, providing a natural counterweight. The battery pack has an LED indicator to let you know how much power you have. And it's swappable, so even on a non-stop day, you can quickly slide in a fresh battery and keep going. Quick charge means you can get another 50% of power just from 30 minutes of charging. Suitable for anyone,
that means we can't swap out the lenses anymore.
Has one of the widest adjustable interpupillary distance of any all-in-one VR headset currently on the market.
Oh, like Anthony from
as well as a quick release button
VR
to make it easy for going in and out of VR.
We'll love the fact that it goes to 72.
Vive Focus 3 is the only headset with quick removable front and rear gaskets. These magnetic face cushions can quickly and easily be swapped out and cleaned. Immersion is all about sound as well. And the Vive Focus 3 has new open-back, contact-free speakers with a pair of dual drivers embedded, delivering immersive and true-to-life audio.
Dual drivers is fantastic.
The user's environment.
These are dual drivers, and the bass doesn't muddle up with all the other stuff in it. It's fantastic. I love dual drivers, and because they're open-backed drivers, they might actually be better. They're going to be a lot better than the Quest 2, for instance.
Environmental awareness. And if you're having a private meeting in Vive Sync, you can change the settings on the Vive Focus 3 to tune the audio output so it dramatically reduces the risk of any sound being overheard by people nearby. Dual microphones with noise and echo cancellation mean you'll always be clearly heard. And when it comes to tracking,
their reputation of dual microphones has not always been great. I think the Cosmos wasn't too bad, was it? But the Vive and the Vive Pro were pretty bad.
Vive Focus 3 uses an AI-powered inside-out tracking algorithm. Equipped with 4 high field of view cameras, privacy is at the forefront with all tracking data stored in encrypted partition on the headset, using a method where it's practically impossible to reverse engineer.
So it's got 4 high field viewing tracking cameras. So what's the little circles at the top and on the sides?
Any images of the environment.
Interesting. See, this is one of the things that really worries me about this headset is the inside-out tracking, because the Cosmos failed.
Designed for beginners or experts, our brand new controllers are easy to use and ideal for long sessions.
Now that is 100% a Quest 1 Rift S controller.
Along with the standard joystick and triggers, we've added gesture,
which is good. I don't care they've ripped that off. It's a good controller.
Based capacitive sensing to the controllers, making your experience even more intuitive. At only 142 grams,
I'm very glad to see an analog stick.
It's one of the lightest 6DoF controllers on the market.
It's nice that it's light. The Cosmos controllers were quite bulky, very heavy, and the batteries ran out like very quickly. I'd love to know what the battery life is going to be like on this.
And it lasts for an amazing 15 hours on a single charge. And if you're using Vive Focus 3 for something that needs more natural interactions without controllers, we will be releasing hand tracking support in the future. This exceptional all-in-one VR powerhouse is capable of keeping up the pace. And at the heart of the Vive Focus 3 is a powerful Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 chipset equipped with 8 GB of RAM. It's a pleasure to welcome Alex Katuzian from Qualcomm to tell you a bit more.
Hello, my name is Alex Katuzian, SVP and GM of the Mobile, Compute, and Infrastructure Business Unit at Qualcomm Technologies. Our long-standing relationship with HTC has produced many products that both companies are incredibly proud of. Our collaboration started with smartphones and expanded into VR over the recent years. We're thrilled to be here today as HTC leads the way in transforming the enterprise with the new Vive Focus 3 powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 platform. Qualcomm Technologies is...
Now, I heard that was a beefier XR2 than you get in the Quest 2, right? But I hope it is anyway, because obviously they got more pixels to power.
A big believer in applications for VR beyond gaming. Many different industry segments...
At least I remember Sebastian from MRTV saying that.
...demand the immersiveness of VR to increase productivity. As the Focus 3 is designed specifically for enterprise use, with software and tools made to meet a breadth of needs for the enterprise, Qualcomm Technologies has made specific optimizations to Snapdragon XR2 platform to help HTC deliver the most premium end-to-end VR device for businesses. The Snapdragon XR2 platform is purpose-built for the most demanding XR enterprise applications. As an example, training and simulation require high resolution and display refresh rates. Our Powerhouse platform supports a 5K resolution and 90 Hz refresh rate, all at low power, maintaining battery life and efficient thermal management. Qualcomm
2 hours battery life, I believe, right?
Technologies,
but interchangeable battery, very nice.
Believes that,
but then, like the Quest 2, you can just plug in a very powerful battery. I think it has to be about 22 watts or something like that. But I think they're all around about that now. Anyway, these new battery packs.
That XR is the next mobile compute platform, and we're excited to support our.
Well, I know that because I 3D print the cases for them. What am I saying? I don't have any on my table right now, but I used to have them on my table. Now are actually in the 3D printing room. I do have, ironically though, an old HTC Vive. This is the older wireless one. This is not the newer one. The newer one has a little sticker on the back that says it's more wattage for the Cosmos.
Friends at HTC and see how the Focus 3 helps to transform the enterprise.
Thank you to Qualcomm for this amazing innovation and a strong partnership.
You know, Qualcomm's got another XR on the table right now, probably like the XR3 or something.
And to maximize the potential of the Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2, Vive Focus 3 is cool under pressure with a high-performance copper heat pipe and cooling fan, so it's always at its best. And for those times when you do need to take advantage of PC-powered processing, simply use Vive Business Streaming to connect Vive Focus 3 to a PC and unlock that extra power. We're also introducing the new Vive Reality System 2.0, our core software reimagined, designed to support new and experienced users to maximize efficiency and get the most out of VR for their business. Vive Focus 3 is built from start to finish around the needs of business users. Even buying it is straightforward, with a single one-off cost and the freedom to use the headset however you would like. No mandatory repeat subscription fees, just to use basic features. And for those who want peace of mind, our extensive Vive business warranty and services means you'll always have support on hand. We've been working with a number of companies in the development of the Vive Focus 3 across different industries. A powerful example is Axon, who is developing mass training programs for high-stress situations. Let's hear from their CEO, Rick Smith.
Okay, Ricky, bring it on.
One of the most exciting applications of VR is education and training.
Okay, stop looking at me with those eyes,
We'll be
Ricky.
using VR and the new all-in-one Vive Focus 3 headset to revolutionize how police officers train with their taser energy weapons and how they practice both routine and crisis service
weapons.
calls. Better training will lead to better policing. So kudos to HTC for making this possible.
If you just said taser, if you just said taser weapon, I would have been just like, taser, yeah. But taser energy weapon, that sounds...
Couldn't do it without
cool.
your amazing technology.
Thank you, Rick. As you've seen...
Hold back, Rick. Holy crap, Rick. You're blowing my mind. That's what that guy just said there.
Vive Focus 3 brings a new era of business VR. But we haven't stopped there. Let's hear more about software services the Vive team has developed.
This is very important.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening to wherever you are. I am Pearly Chen. Now you must be super excited about Vive Focus 3, the best-in-class VR hardware for business. But there's more to the equation. Today marks a milestone for HTC Vive and the industry, and we are incredibly thrilled to present to you Vive Business, a complete solution to take your business into virtual reality.
And a one-off payment.
As with any new technology, with virtual reality, it can be tough to know where to start. Enterprise and professional users in particular need a reliable solution, something that can be tailored to their unique needs, regardless of their expertise with VR or the lack thereof. Something that is compliant, scalable, and secure. They want a solution that allows them to adopt VR seamlessly, building a network that's simple to manage, whether they have 3 headsets or 3,000, whether users are physically together.
Or 3,000. Please buy 3,000. Please buy 3,000.
Or oceans apart. And that's what Vive Business offers. It's simply the simplest way to bring the power of virtual reality to any organization. Let's take a closer look at how we do that. First up, content and applications. Whether you are a multinational company or a small startup, you can now transform the way you work thanks to VR apps for meetings, training, design, and so much more. Or you may want to build a bespoke program for your own purpose. Vive Business will be a one-stop shop for all that professional VR needs.
I just got a funny feeling that the people that will buy the headset are going to be more professional than this actual Vive Business app. It's early on for a start.
We know that simplicity is key to breaking down adoption barriers. Last year, we launched Vive XR Suite, a bundle of XR apps for business networking, creativity, and productivity, an all-in-one elegant solution with secure login and cloud storage, which you can access from any of your devices, VR, PC, laptops, tablets, or smartphones. A central element of Vive XR Suite for me has been Vive Sync Beta, which I've sure used a whole lot in the last year. It's helped me feel more connected with my colleagues globally through a sense of shared experience. In fact, my team even threw me a birthday party last summer, where they jumped out of a giant virtual cake in our usual meeting room above the clouds.
I don't know why that just seems inappropriate.
It sure was memorable. And
I bet it was.
We're not the only ones who love Vive Sync. There have been
She was like, it was really memorable.
Countless meetings held in Vive Sync Beta from 72 countries around the world since May 2020. We've had fantastic feedback with so many users telling us about how much they love Vive Sync. Even for doing something as simple as watching PowerPoint presentations or videos together on the giant
I haven't used Vive Sync.
Screen, or viewing a 3D model up close. When immersed in Vive Sync without distractions, people are just that much more engaged with one another.
Wait, have you guys used Vive Sync?
As a result, much more productive and creative. Let me tell you, as a mom of 3 who has spent a whole year working from my home office, you cannot put a price on distraction-free. To offer this premier business collaboration magic to everyone.
That's funny, actually. My wife's at work. My brother-in-law was down here a second ago cooking something. Dogs are all over the place. Cats are all over the place. Snakes are not fighting today. They were last time. The kids are all upstairs probably watching YouTube. No, actually, one of them's playing in Roblox, I think. And the other one's watching YouTube. And the other one's probably playing something on the PC. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, I bet you £1,000,000 the one that I said was watching YouTube is probably asleep, because he was up all last night, I think, and he even went to school. So
we're now ready to bring Vive Sync out of beta. Vive Sync Pro is included in the Vive XR suite, and an entry-level product for small teams. And Vive Sync Enterprise provides access to the
one price, $1 million.
the full featured
Yeah, it's $1 million that much. $1 billion.
premium offering. We cannot wait to show you all the new features we've been building, new environments, and new ways to collaborate, even with non-VR users who are using 2D video conferencing software. We are excited to announce today that Vive Focus 3 will come with 6 months of free access to Vive Sync Enterprise. We know that you will find an incredibly powerful tool like we do, one that brings more.
I think that's a good idea from them, because I think that if you've got Viveport, they offered either 3 months or 6 months if you bought one of their products, or if you want it or whatever. And I think it sold Viveport because you didn't realize how decent Viveport Infinity, was until you got to try it for 6 months for free or something, and then you realize actually it's pretty decent quality stuff in that, and it's definitely worth a buy if you don't mind waiting for the latest. That is
more togetherness in this new normal of remote work.
New normal.
Vive XR Suite and Vive Sync are fantastic, but what about finding other applications out there that can help take your business to the next level? Just as we created Viveport for consumers, we have now built a dedicated enterprise VR content platform. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Vive Business App Store. With ultimate flexibility, Vive Business App Store can be accessed through web, mobile, and VR headsets. It allows businesses to commercially license a wide variety of solutions at the click of a button.
You see, that actually sounds good, but are they going to deliver? That's the point. You have to deliver HTC.
Quick and simple.
Because it sounds amazing. Deliver.
From day one, we will offer a curated selection of business applications for improving productivity.
I can imagine creators would really, really, really enjoy something like this for their productivity and workflows.
There will also be general purpose content that anyone can benefit from, such as fostering leadership skills and empathy.
Empathy?
As well as vertical specific solutions like design and collaboration tools or medical and safety training. And for those moments where you want to de-stress at the end of the day, we're adding a handful of free applications for you to enjoy. Fitness, relaxation, music, and more. Perfect for unwinding after work. There is already some...
Is Viveport going to work with it though, Infinity? I mean, like if you take developers, for instance, of games, they like playing games. I mean, we all like playing. A lot of us like to play games, even surgeons now and then. If they've got one of these headsets, then, they would like to just sit back and, try some of the games, the mobile games that are on the Viveport. So they do have games for the Focus on there, I believe.
Amazing business VR content out there, and there's so much more to come. To support this fast-growing enterprise VR content ecosystem, we have been working on a developer partnership program, the Vive Independent Software Vendor Program, through which we provide additional resources and structured support to help our partners build better solutions and win more business.
Because HTC are well known for winning more business.
It is also thanks to the Vive ISV program.
I just felt like I just murdered somebody in the back there. HTC, sorry.
Program that we can offer businesses easy access to trusted developer partners for their bespoke VR needs. The ISV program has been a priority for us in the development of Vive Business. And today, we're happy to announce the beta launch of this program with more than 50 partners across the globe already signed up.
All right, let's have a look at some of these partners.
I know that a lot of you in the audience will be excited about this opportunity. So please visit our website to learn more about how you can apply to be an ISV partner and how you can get the most out of this program for your business. Tomorrow here at Vive CON, we will be joined by partners presenting from different verticals such as training, healthcare, and more. So please join us. That gives you just a small insight into what Vive Business can offer in terms of content and applications, not just today, but also our commitment to growing the ecosystem in the long term. Of course, how you interact with the content platform depends on the scale of your business and your role in the organization.
Now, when I'm going through my head and businesses right now, and I know some businesses like CAD businesses, arcades, you know, and developers, obviously, in the VR market. But developers, that's probably dealt with. But the arcade, I'm not entirely sure that maybe they'll mention that later on or something like that. The CAD work, the 3D CAD work and stuff like that, I'm not sure. We'll see.
If you're an independent professional or a small to medium-sized business, you need a ready-to-go efficient content solution. Vive Business App Store is a great resource for you. On the other hand, if you're a multinational company, you don't need your employees to individually go into an app store and choose your content. You make purchasing decisions as an organization. What you need is a way to manage your content, your seats and licenses, your devices, and of course, your user's experience. So, for enterprise, we have a slightly different solution. Introducing the Vive Business Device Management System. It's an entire...
That is probably amazing. To me, it's making me itch.
Enterprise VR network at your fingertips. You can manage licenses.
I mean, it really is making me itch. The stuff that I'm seeing on the left-hand side isn't making me itch, but the stuff that I'm seeing on the screen just looks like the stuff I have to deal with sometimes every day, and
send proprietary or
don't want to deal with it anymore.
To devices, assign programs by individual or by group. You can also do batch configuration for setting up new devices efficiently, manage software updates securely, and get analytics of how your devices and accessories are performing.
More analytics, eh? We've got YouTube analytics, got eBay analytics. Analytics for everything.
I am happy to say that Vive Focus 3 will also come with 6 months of free access to the full-featured Vive Business Device Management System. And if your organization already has an MDM solution compatible with Android Enterprise, perfect. It will support Vive Focus 3 too. In addition,
I don't think there's many businesses out there that do have an Android Enterprise MDM.
We're rolling out Vive Business Training, a solution perfect for controlling multiple VR devices in session simultaneously. This clever tool allows a training administrator to easily monitor with a tablet what each headset user is looking at. They can then directly interact in the environment by highlighting an item or moving a user through a section, which is ideal for group training activities.
That sounds pretty good.
And that is Vive Business.
That was Vive Business.
The total solution of software and services for an organization, big or small, to get into virtual reality in a scalable, compliant, and secure way. The total VR solution made for your professional peace of mind.
There might be some really hyped business people out there that would watch that and thought it was just absolutely amazing. But I kind of felt that there's going to be business people that felt like, well, I have to now change from Sage or, whatever they use.
Seamlessly deployed.
Just disconnected by accident there. Sorry, guys.
Network. It has never been easier, so let's get down to business. Thank you so much for listening.
She just asked me out on a date.
But we have more in store for you, so I'll send it over to Shen now.
Head of Global Hardware
Hi, I'm
Product.
Shen, Head of Global Hardware Products at HTC Vive. Our philosophy covers the entire ecosystem, from investing in talent through to supporting creators and businesses, and investing on hardware. And from closely working with people across the world, we know that there's not a single solution which works for everyone, which is why we've also been working on high-performance PC VR. Professional-grade hardware has never been more important. PwC predicts VR and AR will add over $1.4 trillion to the global economy by 2030, creating hundreds of thousands of jobs along the way across every sector and industry. The Vive Pro series debuted in 2018, setting a new benchmark for PC VR, seen as essential.
See, I wasn't a fan of the original Vive like a lot of people were, because I didn't like the wands, I didn't like the God rays, I didn't like the strap, I didn't like the fact that we had to put earplugs in. There was the HDMI problems, to begin with. It was a good screen. It was nice and bright. It still looked more crisper than the Oculus CV1 did, in my opinion. But the Vive Pro, on the other hand, great audio, great strap, great build quality, just terribly high price, but it was enterprise. But yeah, it was good.
When every pixel and polygon counts. Vive Pro series is used across the world, and we've always built our product around real-world needs.
Some of these names we know, right?
Whether it's Zaha Hadid architects designing the impossible, Bugatti creating automotive.
I mean, I know most of these names.
Marvels where every tiny detail counts.
I'd lie if I actually said I knew all of them, because I honestly don't know what Key LM is or Bell.
Or blending real worlds and virtual with film production like Ready Player One. Flight simulators, firefighter training, healthcare, cultural preservation. The list is endless. Another key cornerstone for Vive Pro series is in the consumer market. Those who demand the very best from their PC gaming setup are also looking for the best in VR. We've always wanted people to have an amazing VR experience, and that means delivering a unique balance between exceptional optics, a wide field of view, supreme comfort, and of course, precise tracking. We constantly listen to the needs of both our consumers and business customers and innovate around it. And their message back has always been clear. When it comes to serious VR needs for sharp visuals, precision, and immersion, the Vive Pro series is the only answer. So with 5K resolution, 120-degree wide field of view,
Wait for that to sound sexy.
sub-millimeter accuracy in tracking, enduring comfort, and much more, introducing Vive Pro 2.
Love that strap. Love that audio as well. I thought it was really nice audio. Does that come with the dual lens as well? Is Christina still here? does that come with dual audio? I'm not sure. Dual audio. I mean dual lenses.
Let's take a closer look at the details, starting with the visual experience. Critical, whether you're designing new creations or playing games. Vive Pro 2 has smooth and sharp visuals, with stunning clarity. It has dual 2.5K screens and a new stacked lens configuration as...
Okay, so that answers my question. It does. That's great news.
...with Vive Focus 3. Here we can see what that means in real terms.
Hi, I'm Helmut Kinster, Associate Director and Head of Virtual Reality Group at Zaha Hadid Architects. Our group is researching virtual reality in relation to the emerging cybernetic cultures and architectural design. We are also developing experiential real-time-based solutions for project evaluation and engagement with our studio stakeholders and clients. HTC has been a long-term partner of our group, helping us to showcase our projects and developing ideas for a new workflow within the professional ecosystem. With HTC's new HMD platforms launched this year, we are excited to experience
this has been live for 5 minutes, but I've been live for a lot longer than that. It's a bit gutting it went off for a
to gain a
second
deeper
there.
understanding of our design simulations and enhancement to the insights of our clients and collaborators. Virtual reality for us as space makers is the best medium to interface with the digital data sphere. ZHVR Group is committed to leading the development of cybernetic architecture, and partners like HTC enable us to continue to do so.
With the 260% resolution bump and up to 400% increase in overall subpixel count across the screens, you can see an amazing amount of detail.
They're talking about from the Vive Pro 1 and not from the Elite Cosmos there, though. I think that might shrink a little bit on that.
With Vive Pro 2. To complement the crisp and sharp screen, Vive Pro 2 has
Not by much, though.
a super smooth 120 Hz refresh rate. That means the image refreshes 120 times a second, so even complex animations flow like water.
If I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if I'd notice much between 90 and 120, but I'm kind of glad that it's 120 regardless.
And on top of that, we've increased the field of vision to 120 degrees, giving you a really wide and natural feeling landscape.
I kind of wish we were at 150, though, field of view by now.
With such sharp, fluid, and expansive visuals, delivering the level of bandwidth to the headset required leveraging new technologies. Close collaboration with both NVIDIA and AMD was needed in making Vive Pro 2 the first headset that leveraged display stream compression, a visually lossless way of squeezing all of that data while maintaining backwards compatibility with DisplayPort 1.2. That means if your PC was compatible with the original Vive Pro, it's also compatible with Vive Pro 2.
I'm all right. I've got an RTX 2080 Ti.
If your graphics card doesn't support display stream compression, you can still benefit from the panel's new...
I was flexing. Okay, I was flexing. I don't have a 3080 because, like, you know, they're so hard to get hold of, but I was a little bit flexing now. I'm kind of glad that it supports the lower graphics cards. I'm sorry for flexing.
Massively...
It's not like I'm going to flex my muscles, so, you know, I don't want to show off there, but they're massive, trust me.
Screen door effects. All of this means small details and complex models will remain sharp and clear, even as you're moving. Another key insight from our users was around immersion, which is more than just the visual experience. We're constantly asking our users for feedback, and they said that they use Vive Pro because of how comfortable it is to use.
The Vive Pro is very comfortable.
Even in long sessions. We designed Vive Pro's head strap to efficiently distribute weight naturally rather than pulling the headset into your face. That's why we kept the design the same, while upgrading the hardware inside, giving upgraders a familiar look and feel which fits right in with their existing setup. And
I wonder if the build quality is going to be as good, because when you had a Vive Pro in your hand, you immediately felt quality in your hand. It was very good.
New users a classic style. So whether you're building using Unreal or Unity or exploring new worlds, it's easy to spend as long as you want in VR. We've also kept our long-established versatility.
So they've definitely got the same lenses, haven't they? And then the new Focus 3 as well. Yeah, and they do look chunkier, don't they? They do still have circles in them. That may cause some sort of God rain effect or something like that. But we don't know until we get our hands on them.
Vive Pro 2 has a wide range, fine adjustable IPD.
I mean, it's great that it's glasses friendly, but come on, it's now 2021. It should be so easy for you to already say, look, you know, we have custom glasses design, you know, for people with glasses, like custom lenses. That you should be able to just put in your order for a VR headset and say, look, you know, if you need custom lenses, pay a little bit more, yeah, maybe, and then just put your lens, you know, what lenses you've got, if it's minus 1.4 or whatever, or plus 1.4 if you're short-sighted or whatever, or is that long-sighted, not sure. And then they just put them in, and then when you get them, they're already in, you know, it'd be fantastic. Or you still get the old ones because you paid extra for the new ones. So you should be able to get the old ones and you should be able to clip them in and out if you want to show something like a family member who doesn't have, you know, the same need for glasses like you. You could just clip them out, clip them in. It should be sort of modular by now. Definitely 100% should be modular by now.
Helping to keep you immersed in VR.
Because no matter how much you can fit your glasses into a VR headset, there's got to be a slight amount of discomfort still.
Even the padded gasket around Vive Pro 2 is removable and customizable. And in terms of hardware ecosystem, at Vive, we've developed our own, like the Vive wireless adapter, Vive trackers, and Vive facial tracker, which all work effortlessly with Vive Pro series. And for when you need another level.
That's fantastic, because I have the Elite Cosmos and I have the wireless adapter, and it is an amazing piece of kit. It does give you that level of freedom, which they're about to say. And I think that's definitely a must. And it's one thing that the Index is still lacking and shouldn't be lacking, because, you know, what stops somebody from getting a Quest 2? Yeah, the quality is not going to be as good, but they can go for virtual desktop, or they can use that new thingamajiggy that Oculus has made, you know, integrated into it now. And, you know, they can just use that, and you know, they've got the freedom. So it's, you know, Index, get, you know, Valve, come on, get that Index adapter out for those people.
Level of freedom. The Vive wireless adapter is compatible with Vive Pro 2, so you can have that high performance untethered experience. One of the reasons why VR is so good for social interactions is because of how empathetic it is. VR allows you to focus and interact together in a more natural way. Helping to bring VR to life is Vive Facial Tracker, which has been a big hit since we launched it just a few weeks ago. Capturing 38 different blend shapes across the face, it allows you to create expressive
Big hit, is it?
Characters and convey
I'll take your word for that.
Those all-important non-verbal cues, like the subtleties of a smile.
I know people that would probably go into VR chat, or, you know, and to those that may support it already, or, you know, would love to get their hands on that. So those people would be brilliant for it.
Vive Tracker 3.0 has also been a big hit. Did you know it was originally inspired by people who were experimenting with the original HTC Vive hardware? We saw the likes of Lucasfilm and NASA using our controllers as a way to...
It's nice that the trackers are getting smaller and smaller.
...capture an object's position. So we thought, why not try and develop bespoke hardware, which brings precision tracking in a smaller size.
And we shouldn't knock it realistically, because, I mean, like, you know, 5 years from now, those things will probably be so small that it'll be a must to have in VR.
Today, our Vive Tracker 3.0 is used everywhere from TV and film production, sports, rehab and training, industrial machines, and much more. And we've continued to ensure that people can easily use tools developed elsewhere.
Welcome.
Like the Logitech VR Ink Pilot. Accessories which work with the Vive Pro series will work again with Vive Pro 2.
Well, at the moment we are.
You can even mix and
We've already
match
done the
components
Focus
from
3, which looks badass.
providers. Vive Pro 2 is fully compatible with the Steam VR ecosystem. So you'll be able to buy that headset on its own. That means any equipment you already have will work. Base Station 1.0, 2.0, existing Vive controllers, or the Valve Index controllers, and many more.
See, I don't think, when they priced this up, I don't think they priced it up with those base stations and the Index controllers, or even the ones.
It's easy to upgrade, build out, or buy the full Vive Pro 2 kit, depending on your needs. You can combine any range of hardware for inputs, whether that...
It does look awesome. It does. And I think the Vive Pro 1 was a very good headset, so I would think this is going to be a really good headset too.
That's mixing and matching PC VR controllers, or even using a traditional mouse or HOTAS. Sharp, precise, immersive. We can't wait to see what you achieve with Vive Pro 2.
The new Vive headsets are amazing. We at HTC are very proud of the innovation we have achieved, and we hope you are excited about next level VR. And the best part is, they are both coming very soon. The Vive Focus 3 will be on shelf around the world from June 24th.
Well, that ain't far away, is it?
Vive Pro 2, the latest and the greatest PC VR headset, will be available in 3 weeks.
What? 3rd of June? Oh, I've got some saving to do then. Oh, really?
On June 3rd.
Maybe I'll sell my Cosmos Elite. It's not bad, the Elite Cosmos. This is the original Cosmos, you know, with the inside-out tracking was bad. Well, I'll sell my Cosmos Elite maybe, and then I'll save up the pennies for this maybe. Give this a go.
Make sure you get your Vive Pro 2. We are opening
keep my wireless
the pre-order today. But that's not all we have for you. Vive CON continues tomorrow with a great series of panel sessions that demonstrate next-level solutions in action. Hear from customers and partners about the opportunities and challenges that businesses face in adopting immersive technology, and how HTC Vive and our extensive VR ecosystem is solving problems.
I didn't recognize any of those mugs.
I hope you can join us. From hardware to software, HTC Vive needs many partners and friends to build a strong ecosystem. I want to thank everyone who has supported us on this great journey. And I'm honored to present some of their messages of support here. Thank you very much.
One of the most exciting
we got a little bit more time until they
completely
disappear.
At Axon, we'll be using VR and the new all-in-one Vive Focus 3
that guy just scares me.
to revolutionize how police officers train with their taser energy
He kind of
weapons
looks like he wants to
and
get
how
him
they
headbutt me.
practice both routine and crisis service calls. Better training will lead to better policing. So kudos to HTC for making this possible. We literally couldn't do it without your amazing technology.
Yeah, you know they got free headsets.
Hi, I'm Adam
Jam your
Elsesser,
gets.
the chairman and CEO of Penumbra. We are a global healthcare company traditionally focused on making devices to treat many different medical conditions, such as stroke, pulmonary embolism, and critical limb ischemia. About 4 years ago, we took on the challenge of bringing virtual reality to help patients suffering from stroke and a number of other medical conditions. A key part of our initial success has been our partnership with HTC. With their help, experience, and technology, we have come a long way to be able to help countless patients in the future.
Hello, this is going to go around with different partners. I don't think I'm going to watch the rest of this because I don't even know what most of. I really know Qualcomm.
Infrastructure business unit at Qualcomm Technologies. Our long-standing relationship with HTC has produced many products that both companies are incredibly proud of. Our collaboration started with smartphones and expanded into VR over the recent years. We're thrilled to be here today as HTC leads the way in transforming the enterprise with the new Vive Focus 3 powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 platform.
Beefier one.
Qualcomm Technologies is a big believer in Apple.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, we're kind of going over ourselves a little bit here. That is a pretty decent presentation. That's probably one of the best presentations I've seen from HTC in a long while because, I mean, after the fiasco with Cosmos tracking and everything, we just didn't believe a word they were saying half the time, and it was, you know, we could mock the hell out of them, especially as they were constantly reviving those crappy old lenses, and now they've given them up and actually come out with the sort of the index ones, which are more wider and better, you know, so that's fantastic, you know. So yeah, there's a lot of new exciting stuff in this. There's nothing which would call next gen except for the resolution. It just keeps going up. It's amazing. I can't wait to see what 5K looks like in a PC VR headset as well. It's just amazing. It's like all these people that got the Gen 2, Reverb Gen 2. That's, you know, they say it looks amazing. Well, 5K, here we go, and you know, it's going to blow your mind. Very, very good. I think the Focus 3 looks beautiful. It's one of the best looking headsets I think I've ever seen. I think the Vive Pro has that strap still that we all love. That Vive Pro 2, you know, is definitely got the same strap. The cans are not too bad. I would have loved to see the dual drivers though in those as well, maybe, because that would have been cool. Dual drivers, one for the base, maybe, you know. That would have been cool, but yeah, I'm very impressed, and it still works with the wireless adapter as well. So they're onto a winner. The only downside, obviously, is it's enterprise. So that means the price is going to be a little bit out of reach for a lot of people. I mean, why buy a Focus 3 when you can buy a Quest 2? Yeah, it's not going to look as good, but the Quest 2 is like dirty cheap, and the Focus 3 is over $1,000. You know, so it's, you know. You have to be really, really pushing for pixels and better looks, because I honestly do think that the Focus 3 is a better looking headset by far than the Quest 2. But the Quest 2 is obviously made to be cheap in price. So it's not going to look totally amazing. Not like the Quest 2 looks bad, but it's just that Focus 3 was definitely a sexy looking headset to me. But that's how I felt about the Cosmos until it kind of like came out and everyone worked out the tracking was worse than a Windows mixed reality tracking to start with. Anyway, so yeah, very great presentation from them. A lot business focused. Lucky enough, I kind of have run businesses and I have got a business, so I can relate a little bit. And I know people that run businesses, so that didn't sort of go over my head completely. But as a gamer, I want to know how these puppies game. I want to get a hold of them. I want to play flipping Half-Life Alyx in it. I want to play the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners in it. I want to play the all the best games in it. I don't. Somebody will be like, how much business have you done on that Focus 3, Paolo? I'll be like, I'm still playing Half-Life Alyx. Go away. Just go away. I don't even know if the Focus 3 can do that. I think, can it connect up like Quest 2 maybe to the PC? You think it would be able to, maybe. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see. But then the Vive Pro 2 can do, it's a PC headset, so yeah, we can enjoy it still, you just get that. The problem is I think it's about 799 bones for a Vive Pro 2, and it doesn't come with any controllers or any base stations. That means that you need to be looking for controllers and base stations if you don't have them already. I do have them already, but would I, would that be affordable? I mean, 799 plus those for other people is going to be a lot of money. Where the Focus 3 comes with pretty much it all, over $1,000. So, and the Quest 2, it comes with it all, even the Rift S comes with it all. And the Index you can buy for 900 bones and it comes with it all. The Gen 2, the Reverb Gen 2 comes with it all, for even less. But obviously, if you want to make it better, you need some base stations and an Index controllers for it. But that's if you want to make it better. If you're like a sim person, then you're playing plane simulators and car simulators. Then all you need is your wheel or your HOTAS. You're sorted. The money is going to be the hardest point on this, but it is now very tasty looking, and I think we just need to keep an eye out. And it's coming around the corner, June, June the 3rd for the Vive Pro 2. Oh, wow, that's like next month, and geez, that is tempting.
Applications for VR beyond.
I accidentally hit spacebar. Thank you for watching. This was live from me, and the only gutted thing I did is that I didn't bring a beer here. It's a Friday evening, and I have no beer. I have no drink at all. This Pepsi's empty. So yeah, gutted. But it's been interesting. HTC have actually done a very good presentation. They've sold it to me, even though I should probably be skeptical until people get their hands on them. But I'm impressed with the presentation. GG HTC for that. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, as you fully well know. Thank you for watching.